Hello everybody! Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and as we said way back at the beginning of November, we were going to see for this wonderful weekend Ford versus Ferrari.
You got a plan? It's high risk.
I thought the whole point was to win the damned race.
If this were a beauty pageant, we just lost. Looks aren't everything.
Well, technically Ford v Ferrari. But, you know, at least they had the common decency to put the little period there at the end, so it made it actually, alright, we're just shortening verses.
Even though you just shorted by VS.
Yeah, it can be shortened by all sorts of weird means. That's just English for you. So, now, here's the thing that we're just going to both go ahead and say. We kind of both were going into this with a bit of a positive attitude. Maybe better than we did with, say, The Joker. Or any other films. So, I will fully admit that might have tamed that I already was looking forward to this. But to be fair, it was because it had good trailers. And sure, I could have probably looked up more about the behind-the-scenes stuff, but I didn't want to. I wanted to learn with the movie. And, you know, sort of like what I did with Fight With My Family, even though I did watch the original documentary way back when. Now, to give the opinions first, because she is far more beautiful than me, we're going to let the Megan say what she felt about Ford versus Ferrari. So,
First you want to get your lips off my ass?
So, what did you think of this film?
I'm not a big car person, but I liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
because it wasn't just about the cars. It was also about the humans behind the cars and their story and just the connection between man and machine.
Yeah.
It's almost like spiritual connection. They made it seem like.
Yeah, a quick rundown of what the plot is. This is about where Carroll Shelby, he worked together with a driver, his name was Ken Miles, was underneath the pretty much umbrella of Ford, where they helped Ford pretty much win the Le Mans. They were the first ever American car company to win. If I'm giving away the surprise ending of the movie, this happened over 50 years ago. It's not new. It's not like, oh God, what happened at the Battle of the Alamo?
It's like, don't tell me how it ends.
Yeah, or like learning about how Midway ended.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's not news, people's history.
Or Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm. But
It's part of history. Like, I mean, it goes deeper into history than probably a lot of us are used to, but like we should know at least the basic details.
yeah, especially since this is a very momentous occasion that all of this revolves around, which was, you know, about Ford being one of the first American car manufacturers to win the Le Mans. Those who do not know what the Le Mans is, you're not going to get a lot from this review, just fair warning. And
Basically, 24-hour French race.
yeah, it's pretty much like NASCAR on steroids. But yeah, this is one of those dramas, is a nice way to put it. It actually doesn't focus on the race, which I actually do like. The race is at best maybe the last 15-20 minutes of the movie, which is A-okay. I didn't need it to be an hour and a half of the fucking 2.5-hour flick. But most of this revolves around Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles.
And their friendship, actually. And like it's more focuses on the human element of the cars.
Yeah, and that's what helps to make it actually interesting. That's what drives the plot consistently forward, is just how they interact with each other. And
there were a number of times I was looking over at him like, that'd be you. That'd so be you.
yeah, they have a wonderful bickering amongst each other that's just, it's delightful.
Yeah, you see one of the trailers where they are like wrestling around his front yard pretty much, and then they clink cokes together, and it's like, what is
Ken Miles, who's played by Christian Bale, and Carol Shelby, who's played by Matt Damon. Ken just goes, "I go to hell," and
Ken tells him something, and then Carol's like, "I go to hell."
just kiss my ass. So it's just they are such great friends. It's like, all right, we all have friends like that. We just talk shit too. We don't care. And that is actually one of the things that it can either make or break the film, since it does have to focus on a human element, because, let's just be honest, if it revolves simply around the cars, you're going to pretty much have the Fast and the Furious light. And let's just be honest, the acting in those movies is fucking terrible.
So it's dialogue.
Yeah.
Family.
Man. Here, one, you have two fantastic actors doing it. You have Christian Bale, who's always a fantastic character actor. And then you have Matt Damon, who can actually act his ass off. And he's also able to emote in scenes where it seems like, okay, well, how's he going to put as much emotion into this? How's he going to make me give a shit about any of this? And he does. And only that, but it just helps. He's a good old Texas Southern boy. At least in this movie. Obviously, Matt Damon's not from the South. He's not from Texas.
Yeah, I think both he and Ben Affleck are from, like, New Jersey or something.
They're from, I know, New England area. They might be from Boston.
Up north. Damn Yankees.
Yeah, with some damn Yankee foreigners.
I think Matt Damon does a pretty decent Texas accent.
Yeah, it's the drawl.
It's subtle.
It's a drawl, but it's not a. It's not like some people. That's one of the things that many people don't get about Texas. Tangent coming in. Is that when it comes to Texas accents, we aren't just all about, having our worst here like this. It's not just about that.
Like, it's very exaggerated hick drawl that, people tend to associate with the South and Texas especially. Like, that's not how we usually talk.
Yeah, and also Texas, our speech patterns are a lot slower. It's a lot more dragged out. And that's one of the things he actually kind of gets with his accent. And on top of it, he gets
Some of us get excited, then some of us
smush entire sentences
I
into
say
one word.
we're like squirrels on coke.
And it's like, slow down and let go of your nipples. I got her snorting. I win. I don't know if she's going to come back for a little bit here, folks.
Oh, good thing I wasn't taking a drink.
Yeah, I'll say. We'll need to see what it feels like coming at your news. It's Dr. Pepper coming around. You just.
I was say, you be wearing it, or I be wearing it, or somebody be wearing it.
I hope you would be wearing it and you'd be cleaning it. That was a hard swallow there. Oh.
I was thinking long and hard about just spit out at you.
It's me. But yeah, back to actual Ford versus Ferrari. The whole idea behind the movie, it is just that Ford is kind of going through a bit of a slump. It takes place in the 60s, 66 to be exact. And they're trying to make a car that will be able to beat Ferrari, because one of their marketing guys' big idea is like, hey, why don't we just buy a sports car manufacturer so we can launch a sports car brand in their all essence.
Yeah, they wanted to kind of merge with them, and Ferrari ends up being bought out by Fiat.
Yeah. So Ford in retaliation.
And kind of just moved to Ford. So Ford's like, you know what? We're going to get some of our best guys on this, and we are going to do our damnedest to try and win.
Yeah, they're going to beat Ferrari at the Le Mans, which they had won at that time 4 years running. And that's the gist of the movie. If I can get into a negative for the film, and it's probably the only negative, it's got some parts where it's like feels like it almost could use just a little editing. Just some things I'm like, okay, I don't care as much about it. I really like that all the actors in this movie are fantastic. They even have a young kid in this.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor or anything. I don't always give a shit. That's the biggest problem. Him and Christian Bale, who of course is playing Kim Miles. Kim Miles is his dad. He, does a really great job. He's very fun. Just there's sometimes I just don't care as much as I probably should. And some scenes go just a little smidge too long, where I'm like, okay, can we go forward, movie? I never felt that a ton. I felt it enough that I noticed it, is the thing.
To me, it started to slow down a little bit towards the end, but...
Yeah, it kind of has that, the best way to put it is this middle act is, it's a little flabby. It's not like me levels of flab, you know? But, I mean, it's got a little too much fat on it. It just needs to be trimmed. Just, like, 5 minutes here and there. Well, 5 minutes altogether, I think. Not bad. Just, it's one I was like, alright, come on, guys. Let's get this. Okay, we got found moving again. But other than that, I would say it's like, despite I was pretty sure I knew how this ended because I read some of it. Not a ton, but some. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're going to win. All these races that they show, they were exhilarating. They were really well shot. They were really well done. And not only that, but dear God, the fucking sound in this movie is fantastic.
The car sound.
Yeah, just hearing all these cars revving and just going nearly 200 miles an hour. Oh, got so many chubbies. My pants need to be changed. It's something that, not to bring in, it's pretty much like trying to compare McDonald's to a 5-star, restaurant here, but it's something that the Fast and the Furious movies used to sometimes get, but they really dropped the ball on it. And the fact that they really wanted to focus quite a bit on the cars, and there was some decent car porn. Then, of course, they never could figure out how to get the whole acting thing. It didn't help they had wooden Paul Walker. Sorry, I know y'all liked him, but he met a tree because it was his friend. But yeah, the acting never caught up to the car porn. Then worse yet, the car porn took a back seat to lame action that just looks like superheroes fighting when it's supposed to be
it's pretty much devolved from car porn to just generic action films.
Yeah,
it seems fit. I've only seen the first two and
Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah. You've seen the best two and one of the worst. But here, because there is great action and also, or not great action, great acting. There's not really action in this movie, but also how it's shot and how you get to feel all the cars doing the turns and how you get to hear different ups and downs when they're with them revving. It's exhilarating. It actually really makes you feel like you're in the seat of a race car. It's a he moment.
Yeah, I know times where Spindle was like, well, come on. Almost like watching, Argo or United 93. You know how it's going to end, but you're still, on the edge of your seat, just like, oh my God, just come on. It just leaves you in suspense.
Yeah. And that's a great thing whenever a movie that pretty much has historical significance, so the fact that you're like, I know this is going to end.
Or at least you can look it up.
Yeah, you can go Wikipedia for 5 seconds. But yeah, it's actually quite interesting. That's one of the best things about the movie. It's it is going to hold your interest throughout the entire flick. Like I said, at best, the slowdowns for me is just minor. But on top of everything, you have such great acting and such great camera work with the race sequences that it actually very cleverly disguises most of the CGI that is in the movie. There's not a ton of CGI, which is, first off, yay! Mm-hmm. Two, when there is, it feels not as egregious as you would expect as in a Fast and the Furious movie, where we had to do CGI because we only have so many cars we can keep wrecking, and we wanted to put in 38 car wrecks before the 3-minute mark. I feel like I'm dominating this. What about you, though? Did you have any issues with the movie or anything like that?
No, I don't. I mean, like I said, there were. Maybe it was a little bit towards the end where it started to kind of slow down a little bit. So it's like, okay. It's like they're, fresh out their victory, and it's like, okay, it's like, can we end this, please?
Can we go to Le Mans now and do this stuff?
You know, and it's like, it just, but then, like, it picks back up again and ends.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah, the ending's a little... That is, I will say, one other... It's a minor negative, though. Of course, it has to stick within, what really happened.
yeah.
The ending's kind of fucking abrupt.
Yeah.
It feels like, literally, it's just a car crash at the end of the movie.
Yeah, especially if you're not, like, a racing history buff.
Yeah. Though, still... I don't know. I think everybody's actually going to enjoy this movie. It's got enough heart within how the characters are written.
Yes.
They feel relatable, but they never feel... What's the best way to put it? They don't feel perfect. They all feel like they have their own flaws and their own faults. Like, Ken is a fucking arrogant dickhead, but he has a right to be an arrogant dickhead.
Yeah, because he knows what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, he just doesn't play well with others, is the thing. Are you trying to imply something about my character?
No, just rub me your right shoulder. I don't know, it's your left one, actually.
That to say.
Oh, but yeah, talking about the characters, yeah, you kind of root for them. The ones that you're supposed to hate, I guess it's somebody could try and say it's like, oh, he's a little over the top because it's Josh Lucas.
I don't really see him as over the top, really. He's just... to me, he's an asshole, but he's realistically an asshole. Like, you could definitely see this being someone in the corporate world. Like, okay, well,
Jeff Bezos.
Because, I mean, Ken even explains, like, well, getting in bed with Ford, it's like, he's going to have a bunch of guys looking over him that are just going to want to impress their boss, and, their boss is going to impress his boss, and his, and so on down the line.
That one's get whacked in the nose.
And, like, Josh Lucas, like, he's one of those assholes that is there just to impress his boss and make the company look good and make himself look good. And, yeah, in fact, to him, it's all about the image. And
not about actually what is best.
Yeah, it's like, he wants so badly to win, but yet he cares so much about Ken Miles not being the right man to represent the company in this race. It's like, do you want to win or don't you?
What's bad is also he's kind of going against... I'm not sure exactly if this is true to Ken Miles, but they even says like he fought in World War II. It's like, you are pretty much shit-talking a World War II vet. Because...
Yeah, he dismisses him as a beatnik.
Yeah, it's like, you're kind of a dumbass, aren't you, dude? Mm-hmm. But to be fair, it's kind of what Josh Lucas kind of does. He's just kind of stupid. He plays stupid way too well sometimes. But yeah, fuck, I don't want to keep talking about this because I just want to... I'll just talk about how great everything is, and that is the thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's got great camera work. It's got great sound. Like, if you are a car porn kind of guy or gal, or if you just really love the sound of, like, muscle cars and just sports cars just revving their engines and everything, creamy pants all around. And on top of that, you have fantastic acting through and through. The worst actor technically is Josh Lucas, but that's just because they kind of made him the despicable corporate guy. But it's kind of a gimme that was going to happen. So, can't hate the movie because the guy's only given so much to do. So, yeah.
And like I said, it seems like someone that, like, okay, if this was a guy that, like, he actually was like this, and actually kind of went down like this, would not surprise me.
Yeah.
As despicable as some human beings can be, it's like, it just would not surprise me.
Yeah. So, what would you give this, though, as a final score? Because, like I said, we both rather enjoyed it. The worst thing I can say is, like, it could be maybe 5 minutes shorter.
Yeah, the spread that wasn't really a problem with me. I mean, yeah, it did slow down a little bit, but it's like, for the most part, I really didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't have much care about it slowing down at parts.
Yeah, that's fine. That's like I said, it's a minor thing. It's more just a personal thing. I will fully admit that was a more personal side on my part.
Yeah, I would say my score is a 9.
I actually fully agree with you there. I actually would say this is a 9. It's near perfect movie in a lot of regards.
Yeah, it's got good acting, good dialogue, realistic character that's based on actual people and actual events.
Well, do I need to remind you about how they did Fighting with My Family?
Well, it's got, good acting. It's got heart.
It's got the right amount of American attitude, which is also one of the things that actually is just kind of impressive.
Yeah, almost like, because Matt Damon's character is supposed to be from Texas. It's like, it almost got this rebellious, it's like, screw the man, just do what you want, just do what you love.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, Matt Damon even makes a speech at one point about how his dad told him that if you can find what you love to do, then you'll never work a day in your life or something like that. Like, yeah.
That's a very true statement anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you can do what you love and love what you do, and more power to you.
So yeah, go check this out. This is actually well worth your time. Don't watch Charlie's Angels. Obviously, you're not. You're actually watching this instead. If you haven't given this a check out because you're a little uncertain, if you're wondering, oh, is it going to be any boring? No. This movie really does not slow down. Pun.
And it's really funny.
Yeah, it actually has a lot of humor to it that was like, alright, this is just really damn funny. And it's because of that you actually give a shit about everything else.
Yeah, it's not just one-liners, but also like a little bit of physical comedy. Like Matt Damon plays a little bit of a prank on the Ferrari guys. Mm-hmm. I see this being you.
Oh, he steals your stopwatches and
yeah, I stole a couple of stopwatches and I was like, oh, I could use a stopwatch. Like, hey, you want one? It's Italian.
yeah, it's
I was more thinking the where he steals like one of the lug nuts.
Oh yeah, and tosses it on the ground.
Kind of like drops it and they fight. Like, oh my god, what? They're like panicking, like.
So yeah, go check out Ford versus Ferrari because it's well worth your time. And we both think so. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Well,
and I'm not a car person again, so yeah, even though I'm saying it's like, yes, this is good. Go see this. just go.
Well, we need to talk about something else though. It launched just last Tuesday. And of course, we are talking about the thing that brought down Amazon AWS. Thank y'all for that. That was actually really, really funny at work. We're going to talk about one of the big things that Disney Plus is trying to tout as one of the reasons you should get this. No, we're not talking about The Mandalorian. Sorry. If we're going to do a review, we're going to wait till the entire season is out. And it's got 2 episodes right now.
Yeah, dropping in like, what, a week at a time?
Yeah.
Something like a regular TV show, I guess.
Why? But instead, we will be back in just a few minutes with the remake of Lady and the Tramp. So, hey, we'll see y'all here in just a couple minutes. So, until then, everybody, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.